darlings, and welcome back to my makeup garden. It's Liz. So I have about a full face of About Face makeup. So let's create a look today using mostly About Face products. I think I'm going to start with complexion, but I do want to put something on my lips because they feel very dry. So I have this, this is the lip color butter, and this is in the color Cherry Pick. And I've used these a couple of times, and they remind me a lot of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip, like lip balms. It's very butter. It almost smells like mango to me, like mangoes and cream. I don't know if you've ever had that, but yeah. Anyway, okay, I have a brow pencil. So I have the color Black Brown, and I don't think I've used this. So it has this kind of a blade. Let's get the camera to focus. It has this kind of a blade, like teardrop shape. And then, oh, and there goes the cap. And a brush on the other end. So let me grab my mirror and let's use this first. I don't carve my brows out. I don't carve my brows out, but I do like to fill them in sometimes when I'm filling up to it. So I think I'm just gonna, I don't think I've ever used this. All right, well, let's give it a go. Historically, I have not loved like a teardrop shape like this. And I for sure need to get my brows done. So we're just kind of at that point. All right, kind of a waxy formula. This is the color Black Brown. My brows are pretty dark naturally, but all right. Well, so far it's just okay. I do not love a Bushman brow, but I am rocking one right now. Not really by choice, more out of laziness. There's one thing my body does well. It's grow hair. Okay, let's brush this across here. I'm just trying to fill in a little bit. I don't need to I like my natural shape and I neglect my brows for a reason. And that's because my brows are, not to brag, but they're pretty full on their own. I don't like filling them in too much. I totally did bring that down though. This is not the easiest to use. I do find it a little bit difficult to be accurate with this, and maybe that's user error. But I think I just prefer like a micro pencil a little bit more than what this is doing. I think if you have like a lot to draw on, maybe you would like this. I don't like this tip at all though. Like this teardrop is not, you're like, Liz, did that do anything? I think it gave me a block brow on this side and is patchy on this side. So far we're off to a swimming start. Yep, totally don't love that. Okay, let me go into my color corrector. I have been using an e.l.f. color corrector. I did not see a color corrector on their website. Now, I don't know if About Face has a color corrector on their site, but I didn't see one. And I guess if I did, I didn't buy it, but I do have this one by e.l.f. And this is in the shade Peach. And it is very inexpensive. So far, I have really liked this. I don't like the concealer counterpart for it, which is their, the e.l.f. Camo concealers. I think they're okay for the money, but honestly, I just don't love the finish of it all. It feels kind of heavy. So, all right, and I am using this BK506. This is the A506 by Angie Hot and Flashy. So, all right, that is on. Let's go ahead and go into concealer. I don't have a concealer from About Face either. The only one I have right now really is this Revlon Color Stay, which I'm seeing some good use on, but I really just don't love this. But it will suffice. I guess I could put a little on the outside. It's been a while since I've had like a full face of anything. I haven't been wearing a full face of makeup anywhere. I haven't been able to wear makeup on my eyes really, so this is like back to like a return to playing with makeup. But I will say this, okay? As somebody who didn't wear makeup for a long time, I didn't wear makeup, God, like most of my 20s. or any of that, because frankly, I was lucky and I didn't need it. And I don't feel like I need it now, but I do think it's fun to play with. And I noticed that the skin under my eyes is in generally better condition. Not even just because of breakouts, but because of like fine lines and hydration and all of that, the less makeup I wear there. So during the summer, I wear a lot less makeup anyway, because that's my preference. I don't like to wear a lot of makeup, but I for sure see a difference in the like condition of my skin when I'm not wearing a bunch of makeup all the time. So I'm going to continue that, and I'm going to continue to play with products on top of my makeup, or like on top of my skin, instead of just like putting another base down, All right, so I am gonna grab, this is the Performer. So I have the shade light medium neutral, and what I will say about this particular like shade is it's a pretty good shade match for me. I almost feel like I could be the olive shade. So light medium olive instead of light medium neutral, because my skin is very borderline. I have a lot of red in my skin because I have rosacea, so I have a lot of red like on my skin in general. But if you look, like, it's a little bit too orange, but it does work really well. Like, it's fine, it's just not perfect, So that is the wrong brush. Good thing that didn't have like product on it. Okay, I'm just grabbing this Sephora brush here. This is the flat kabuki brush. It's like one of their foundation brushes. But I don't like to put a bunch of this on because I really don't like how this looks when it's really built up. It just looks really heavy when it's built up. So I am going to place this kind of all over, and then I will put a little bit on a sponge and then pounce the sponge in, because I actually prefer that finish to using just a brush. Like when it's just a brush, I'm just kind of like, eh. It's just kind of eh. As much as I hate that concealer, I haven't bought another one. Like it's so funny. I every time I use that concealer, I complain about it, but I still haven't bought one. Okay. I just have a sponge here. I'm going to take some on the back of my hand. Just dab it on because there's a couple areas that I want a little bit more coverage, but I don't like how this builds up on my skin, other than the initial like round, if that makes sense. But I do want like a little bit more on my nose. I feel like it needs a little bit more, so. And I do like this pounced into my skin more than just sitting on top, Well, I mean, it's going to sit on top anyway, but I prefer it pounced in. This sponge is, I think this is from Arttitude. I don't know, honestly. It's been so long. I haven't bought new sponges. Like, I don't buy beauty blenders or that kind of thing. I usually buy Real Techniques or inexpensive ones from indie brands. Yeah, I really don't like that brow pencil. But you see the difference? It's a little bit peachy. So I am going to put a little bit on my hand and then bring it down. And you can see my natural redness poking through. Part of that has to do with the fact that I'm pouncing my skin. And when I pounce my skin, it just kind of brings... One, it removes a little bit of product from my cheek, which is okay. But it also it shears it out, but it also agitates the skin underneath. Okay, just bring it down a little bit for a little bit of uniformity. We are looking nice and pasty now. Let's go ahead and go in. I don't have a bronzer for About Face, so I'm going to use a different bronzer, but I do have this blush, and this is in the shade Raunchy. It's just a really pretty orange color. I don't know how pigmented this is. I have not used it. Like I said, I got it right before I had to stop wearing makeup. Well, I had to stop wearing eye makeup. And if not, I'm not wearing eye makeup, then I'm not wearing regular makeup. Okay, let me pounce that in. Let's see here. I always tap it on the back of my hand just to kind of diffuse a little bit. Just because I never quite know how pigmented it's gonna be. And I like to err on the side of caution. But if you ever put too much on, you can always use a damp beauty sponge with whatever residual, like whatever residual product was on. And you can just kind of shear it out a little bit. This is not too bad. It's kind of emollient. Kind of has like a, it's not overly pigmented. It is a pretty color. I like this orange on me. I do like a good orange blush, so. And I like to bring mine onto my temple. That's just kind of my preference. That's what I've been doing for like, I don't know, ever. Quite a while, quite a ways. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and grab some bronzer. Now I don't have an about face bronzer. When I bought the stuff, I didn't see one on there. Doesn't mean it wasn't there. One thing I will say is they need to do a better job at restocks. So when I ordered from their site, it was real slim pickings. Like I went to order from their site because I wanted some of the little sample sets of the eye paints for like different colors. And I don't need like huge amounts of any of that, you know. I'm just going into the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. I'm just going to use this. I like the dreaded Bronze Tour, which is basically like just adding some definition with bronzer instead of contour. I am aware there's a difference, but I don't care. I like to use a bronzer in areas that some people would contour. But yeah, anyway. So I don't know if they have a bronzer on their site, but I didn't find one. I didn't honestly. Their website was real slim picking, so I ended up ordering from Ulta. Season the chicken cutlet, friends. Season the chicken cutlet. So I ended up ordering these from Ulta Beauty when I placed my Ulta order. And Ulta would dominate the beauty space, like the makeup world in general, if they could figure their shipping out. It's like a real catch-22. Sometimes everything ends up in one piece, and then sometimes it ends up like decimated. And luckily with these products, they're really well packaged. It all comes in this kind of a packaging, like a hard case exterior. It does provide a little bit of packaging, but one of my highlighters that I ordered from that particular order came shattered. Okay. Good, just smooth out any creases I might have because I am going to tap on some setting powder. Now, I don't have a setting powder for About Face, but I do have one from Arttitude here that I'm going to use. I like a pink powder. So I'm going to go in. This is the shade Lace, and it's a pink powder. I like the little packaging. I don't think you get very much product in here. It's not very expensive though. But I don't feel like you get a lot of product in this package. But tap that out because in person it actually is way worse than it is on camera. But now last time I used this product, I did not like the finish. So I am trying it again. I'm not sure if I should put like a lot on and try to bake with it, or if I should just set my under eyes and then move on with my day. But we're gonna go with it. So, okay. On camera, it looks good. You know, like it's blurring and all that fun stuff, but in real life, I think by the end of the day last time, I was pretty dry. My skin is not generally dry, so this, I haven't quite formed my opinion on this. I guess we'll see. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and do the eyes. I do have an eye primer. This is the Smoothing Eyeshadow Primer Base. I have not used this. I think it's Batty Bean really likes this. I have not met an eye primer that I really love. So I'm still on that quest, but one thing I did see about it that I thought was cool is I like the applicator. It kind of has like a lip gloss kind of vibe to it. Now, I'm not sure if I should just paint this on and then brush it out with a brush, or if I should tap it out with my finger. I have partially hooded lids. They're not too bad, Ooh, that has a very dimethicone kind of feel to it. Well, I'm not sure how I'm gonna like that, but I guess we're gonna find out. I'm not sure if I should let my eyes be like this and not crease. I don't know if I should put primer on both at the same time. Listen, friends, we're experimenting today, okay? Tap this out. It does not feel particularly tacky. It just feels really slippy. Like, it definitely feels like dimethicone, which I don't know if that is really my jam, but if it helps with creasing, I'm not opposed. Okay, so I have three main colors that I'm really kind of thinking about using. Well, first and foremost, this is a new one. This is the, it's called Next Color, and this is a fractal eye paint. And this has kind of, let's see, it's kind of a shimmer formula. Now, I don't know if it's shifty. Yeah, it kind of has like a purple shift. So there's this, okay? But I also have this really pretty multi-chrome one. Let's swatch it. Yeah. Okay, so this is called the holographic eye paint. And this is in the shade Luna. Now, I plan to use this all over my lid. Let's see what it looks like on the hand. Ooh. Very pretty. It has like a nice blue shift to it. And a little bit of orange and gold, I'd say, is actually in there as well. And then what does this look? So you can see that. And then let's see. Now, I've used the regular About Face fractal, the regular About Face eye paints before. I've really enjoyed them. So I think there are basically three that I'm thinking about. Kind of thinking about these three. I think this combination would be pretty, specifically this one and this one on like the inner corner maybe. So let's go ahead. Let me grab a dense brush because I feel like that's going to be the best route to go. I think I'm going to try using this Game Beauty EO8. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but it's fine. All right, let's just put this green kind of all over, I guess. Okay. Grab my mirror. I don't know if I should directly apply it. I guess I shouldn't hold that upside down, huh? Just in case. No, I don't know how well this works in the crease because it's usually when I use these, I just use these as a base. Should I put this just kind of all over? And then we'll put the yellow on the inner corner. All right, I just want to shear this out if I can. Okay, we'll just do this. We'll layer it up a little bit. Let's see how it goes. We'll put this all over the lid. Okay, well, I like how this is sheared out. That did a really good job. All right, let's do the other eye. All right. I have not tried just applying this like this. I've seen some really cool looks that way, but I haven't tried doing just like that, you know, just kind of painting it on and going ham on it. That's not generally my style, but I really enjoy using this as a base, like underneath, to make more colorful eyeshadow looks like pop. Okay. It has a good dry down, and once it's in place, like it does not budge much. You get a little tiny bit of play, but not a lot. So you kind of have to act quick and only do one eye at a time. But once it's on, I really like how this color is just so good. Downside though is if you get it on your, where you don't want it, you better be quick. And I appreciate that if the creasing's really not bad. When it dries down, I have not experienced any creasing. But until it dries down, you're in the danger zone. Okay, so I do want to add, I think that's pretty even. I do want to add a little bit of this light yellow. This is the color Incoming. And I'm going to put it on the back of my hand because I really just want to do it on my inner corner and not anywhere else. So let's see, let me grab this Blend Bunny brush. This is a B2, and I just have a little bit on my hand there. I'm just gonna pick that up. This is just a nice little pencil brush. They recently had all of their brush sets like 30% off or half off. And I was like, girl, are you getting rid of these? What's the deal? Okay. Now, in my opinion, the best way to let a multi-chrome shine is to put it all over your lid. So I think that's what I'm gonna plan to do with that multi-chrome shade. And I like to bring my eyeliner up just a little bit for that like lightness. But, all right. I do have my little here, so if you hear just a bunch of random noises, that's mom life. Okay, kind of keep this here. All right, well, so far, by the way, that smoothing eye primer, it's fine. I don't notice any like super noticeable difference. It definitely dried down though. It looks like on the dry down, it looks good. So, okay. I actually really like that as on its own. And with a pair of fun lashes, I could see this being a whole look. But I do have this really fun multi-chrome, and I kind of want to put it all over, like everywhere. But I'm not going to put it everywhere, but like, I'm going to put it a lot of where. I have this flat brush. I wonder if this would work. It's a little big though. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to find a brush. Hold please. This will probably work. So I have this Sigma dual-ended brush. I think this, like the shadow side of that's gonna be fine. So we're gonna take this multi-chrome. I've not used this, so I don't know how it plays. I'm just gonna put it all over the lid, I think. I don't know if I really even need to use a brush with this. I think I'm just gonna go, normally I would go above the crease, but I don't know if I really should for this. Ah, screw it. We've come this far. Maybe I'll just use the brush out here. That's fun. A little rougher on the edges over here, but let's see how it does. That is really fun though. It is not the most vibrant multi-chrome that I've ever seen, honestly. I've played with a fair bit of multi-chromes, you know, a lot of different ones out there. The world has become really saturated with multi-chromes, whereas before they were kind of like a specialty. But now you start to see like name brands, like mainstream brands, attempt their hand at multi-chromes because it is kind of like the future of eyeshadow. Like the future. But, okay, this is really fun. Oh, this color is really great. I'm going to do a look. I want to pick up some pink, like of this particular formula. I want to pick up some pink. I think that would be really fun. Okay. And let's see. Let's do this. Okay. All right. How is that? How are we doing? I think that looks really fun. Really fun. I do notice that blush is kind of faded a bit. I'm looking a little fair, a little light, compared to what I'm used to seeing. But okay. I like how this has come out. Not mad at this at all. So I think in order to balance things out a little bit, I am going to use this, what's it called? All right, so to balance things out a little bit, I do have this Lime Artist. It's a cream gel liner. And these weren't very expensive, but I only bought the one color because I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't need like a crazy amount of these. But here, now you can kind of see the color. Right away, I I don't know if I like this formula, actually. It feels a little bit patchy, like on the waterline. It's applying well. It's like emollient enough, but I don't know how I'm feeling about this formula. It's one of those, like, you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, this is not like crazy smooth, but okay. Okay, well, it is a little bit more balanced. I think we need a little tiny bit of lightness on the lower lash line here, so I don't know that number. Okay. I'm gonna grab that fractal eye paint, and I'm just gonna play it right here on the lower inner corner. I don't know if that's gonna go, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, I need a little bit of lightness here, a little something, you know? This is not a smooth formula though. Weird, it's almost like a topper. Yeah, it's almost like a sparkly topper and less of like an actual opaque shadow. I wonder what that would be like all over the lid. Okay, let me go ahead and put mascara and maybe some lashes on if I'm feeling that. I am going to use the Lash Paradise. That's what I'm using, and I found a waterproof one, so I'm going to use that, and I'll be right back. All right, darling, so mascara's done. I used my Lash Paradise waterproof. I put I lined my tightline with my Urban Decay because I didn't get a black eyeliner from About Face. I didn't feel like I needed like another one, so I didn't get it. I will say this, on the lower lash line, this eyeliner, we're going to see how this wears. It kind of moved around a bit, and it was for sure like occluded a little bit by that black, like the transfer, but overall I think this like multi-chrome it's really pretty. It's not creasing either, which is nice. So it doesn't appear to be emphasizing the texture on my lids any more than they already are. Although I will say I have a little bit of like along my lash line there, almost of like transference. I'm not sure. So we'll see how this wears. Do I think it's gonna last the whole day? Maybe not. I don't know if it will. But we're gonna try. And yeah, I do have one last thing I want to put on. I'm not satisfied with how the blush was sitting, so I did take a little bit of this shade Stargaze right here from Moon Prism from Lunar Beauty. I did put that on top because it was just like the blush it's almost like it faded. I don't know, like almost immediately, but I wanted to put something else with it. So I do have this lip gloss. This is the Light Lock lip gloss. And this one is in the shade Mystery. It just says Light Lock. Oh, no, it's on the bottom. It says Bitter Half. It's just like a neutrally... Oh, what an interesting smell. Oh, it's like minty almost. Okay. It's just like a really nice, almost peachy brown. I was expecting it... I guess it's exactly like the packaging. I don't know. I just thought it was going to be more brown for some reason. Oh, I like how that feels though. I'm very shiny. I do like to be shiny. Okay. I think I'm going to throw some highlighter on, and then I'm going to do a check-in with you guys later today. I don't have an About Face highlighter. I just have this one. Oh, rude. I just have this one in front of me by Lunar Beauty. I think I'm just going to go into this lightest shade, honestly. Let's add a little bit of light to our cheeks. Oh, God, this palette's so pretty. Just a little something, you know, as I proceed to put more on. I just like to glow a little, just a little bit. Maybe we'll put some on the brow. I have not dipped back in either. Look at, damn, that went far. Oh, it's a little light for it is, but you know what? It'll work. I will see you guys for a check-in in a few hours. I don't think the lip gloss sure as hell ain't gonna survive, but I love how the color came out. And we'll see. All right, see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, friends, so checking in. So it's now 12:33 in the morning. I know, past midnight. It's been over 10 hours. And I think it wore pretty well. I really don't see any creasing. I don't see substantial fading. I know I do, like, I'm surprised that this held on in my lashes for so long, but it definitely disappeared from my waterline. I'd say around the 4-hour mark. But yeah, but everything else held up really well. My complexion still looks decent, a little dewy, like, you know, a little oily, but not terrible. Honestly, I have normal combo skin, but around my nose is obviously gone. I've been wearing my glasses, so that's it. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, leave me a green emoji, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye!